Hi again. Today I'm going to talk about yet another book by Spencer Leigh. He's obviously very prolific and he's written a lot of books about a subject that I like a lot. So I've got them in my library and that's why I'm reviewing them. As I've said before, he is the chronicler of Merseybeat, and this book is uh, Love Me Do to Love Me Don't, the story of the Beatles records. And the first part of the book is a long introduction, which is an overview of popular music before the 60s, the trends in popular music. And he also mentions quite a few of the Liverpool artists, such as Lita Rosa, who had a number one hit. Um, and um, relates it to the current events at the time, what was happening in British society at the time. And then he goes on um, to talk specifically about the Beatles on record. And uh, his method, uh, as in his previous books, or most of his previous books, is to use material from his extensive interviews with various people. And he's interviewed numerous people from Peter Asher, Sonny Curtis, Pete Best, Marty Wilde, Jerry Wexler, Ken Dodd, Barney Kessel, numerous people who were quoted in the book. So this really adds a different dimension to his analysis of the Beatles music. So he starts off with the earliest Beatles recordings, and then obviously Love Me Do was recorded by George Martin, and it got to number 17. Now, at the time, and I remember we were really looking forward to the Beatles record. And when it came out, um, I think people now don't realize just how different it was. It wasn't like anything else really that was being released at the time. Now, obviously, we were all biased. We liked the Beatles, but being objective, at the time it really was certainly a record to be appreciated. Very simple, very simple chord structure. Use of the harmonica, which did owe something to Delbert McClinton, who John had met. Um, he was the harmonica player with Bruce Chanel. But the harmonica was used a lot in rhythm and blues anyway, and John had always played the harmonica. He famously stole one on the way to Hamburg, well before they recorded "Love Me Do." So that was the start, and the um, the B side was also I really liked the B side too. It was a good record, good song. Then Please Please Me. Now George Martin, after they recorded it, said, "Boys, you've just made your first number one." In some charts, it did become number one. It's generally put down as a number two, but it did reach number one in some charts. Fantastic song, and again, different from "Love Me Do," different from anything else at the time, and far, far better than the record they'd been offered, "How Do You Do It," written by Mitch Murray. The album, obviously, Please Please Me, fantastic, all recorded in one day, some covers, um, and just a terrific recording career. And Spencer Leigh goes over every single record. He goes into the movies they made. He goes uh, then into their post Beatles recording career, covers that, and then there's a big section on cover versions of Beatles songs. Some very famous cover versions. Uh, Joe Cocker. with Something, for example, or Little Help with My Friends. Um, Terrific covers. So the whole canon of the Beatles on record is covered in tremendous detail, highly readable, terrific book, and like all of Spencer Lee's, really, it's well worth reading and well worth adding to your library.